As all fringes do, this one grew out of something else. The Adelaide Festival of Arts began in 1960 and had this woman as its patron. It programmed this and this, but it didn't know what to do with this. So it had a section called Other Activity. This included 14 hard-to-fit events, including a flower show, a torrent swim, and this. Active artists who weren't invited to apply for the proper programme staged this as their first performance. The guy who wrote it won one of these. Over the 60s and the 70s, the Other Activity grew so much it had to employ an administrator. Sadly, for the flower-growing and river-swimming communities, it was the theatre makers who got most of the attention. In the mid-70s, it was decided that there should be a structure, a mere 15 years after the Adelaide Fringe began. This man invited this man to be the inaugural chair and to incorporate the alliteratively titled Focus Fringe Festival. Things moved quickly after that. In the early 80s, everyone put in lots of hard work. This woman held the reins as chair, and the Lion Arts Centre was born out of the old jam, custard and flower factory. And so another floral emblem fell to the steady rise of the theatre makers. Also, no one swam in the Torrens anymore. In 1984, not that one, the Adelaide Festival called its cabaret venue Big Brother. Oh right, yes, that one. The Fringe decided to call its cabaret venue Little Sister. And as so often the case with siblings, Little Sister quickly outgrew Big Brother and did things like start smoking, staying out late, coming home with hickeys, leaving Big Brother feeling very uncool. In the 90s, Adelaide Fringe goes electric and opens the Star Club for the stars and moves to the East End. In the year 2000, a little thing called the Spiegel Tent rolls into town. Marlene Dietrich and Hitler sit around and whisper excitedly that Arj Barker and Leclerc once stood in the very same tent. Or maybe it was the other way around. In 2006, it is announced that the Fringe is going to go annual. And in 2007, for the first time, pigs fly. And in 2010, Adelaide Fringe has its 50th anniversary, and it doesn't look a day over 20. Many thousands of artists like you have taken part over the years and continue to, because of these people. Adelaide folk do this, and this, and this, and after 50 years they're pretty clever about it because it feels nice to say, I saw them when. And then there are these people. Adelaide Fringe is a marketplace and producers are here to discover artists. After 50 years, they're pretty clever about it because it feels nice to say, I found them when. And these people. A lot of artists in the same place at the same time can be both a very healthy and a very unhealthy thing. And in the womb-like geography of Adelaide in South Australia, many shows have been conceived, and grown, and suckled at the teat of the Exeter, and held close to the hearts of an adoring crowd. Which is thankfully where this analogy ends. And then afterwards, on to tour Europe, or America, perhaps the world. The Adelaide Fringe loves looking forward, but with some milestones it's nice to look back as well. So, adjust the monitor, type in the link, and do what artists do so well. Look up your own name. If you've joined us over the last 50 years, it's a real pleasure to welcome you in.